Salutations, seeker of excitement trills, welcome back to another side questing video, and today's video is all about how I manage ADHD and autism. I've got routines for you, focus hacks, dealing with overwhelm, all while grabbing some Fall Guys victories. So, main strategy for today is check your energy levels. When you know your energy level, you know what you can deal with today and what you can't deal with today. Everyone that has ADHD, autism, or ADHD responds differently because everyone is on a spectrum and not everybody has the same level, intensity, or variation. So for me, I've noticed that suffering from depression, burnout, PTSD, and then finally after learning around 29 and almost 30 years that I have both of them, is that I really now have learned with 17 weeks intense therapy, online searching, Googling, ChatGPTing, whatever you need to use to find out who you are, what you are, and how your brain functions, is that my intensity levels vary from minute to minute. Most days when I feel okay, I'm able to start out with some mid-level intensity chores, like cleaning, like tidying some things up, doing the laundry. And I'm luckily one of the ADHD types that has concentration deficit, or attention deficit as it's officially called. But when I have subtle reminders, my brain ticks on, probably the autism side, that I have to remember my load of laundry. So I don't struggle from that, but if you do struggle, let me know in the comments how you remember. Because my issue with memory is that everything that is not noted as urgent, which is one of the other great factors, is that I forget that. So if my partner comes to me and says, hey, you remember this birthday or this thing that we were supposed to go? Wait, what? You didn't mention that? Yeah, we spoke about it. And I cannot remember the conversation or a specific part of the conversation that even if he showed me a message from his phone, I do not remember because it was not urgent for me. And that happens. So that's okay. So everything is scheduled. If it's not in the schedule, it doesn't exist. That's the way it is. Not in my calendar. I've probably forgotten about it. Emails, I've tended to notice I was always keen on that. But then I forgot to send an email for like 3 weeks straight about the follow-up to my therapy. Like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that, and then I hear back from it, and I think, oh, yeah, that was supposed to happen. So, my structure for the day is I wake up, I try to prevent from looking at my phone, but sometimes it just happens, and then doom scrolling occurs, which is when I know I didn't sleep that well, and I have to take it easy that day. But if I did sleep well, I can get up immediately, slowly start to move, go usually to the toilet, and then I head downstairs. I check what is needed to be done so that I know in advance, okay, this is the amount of time that I need to spend, and this is what I have to do today. I start out with the mid-level tasks, usually something to clean, like 3 or 4 small chores that last like half an hour or 5 minutes at a time. And then when I've done that, I go into self-care mode. So I go to brush my hair, brush my teeth, and then actually do some skincare routine because I've got a lot of dry skin. And then check what else is needed. Then I go for breakfast. Could be that I switch up the breakfast and the teeth brushing. Sometimes I get a weird fuzzy thing about that because I want to tick off everything from the same subject list when it comes to self-care. And then I head out for a walk or go to work out. If I go to work out, I wait a bit longer before my stomach gets upset from the breakfast. But yeah, I do that. And once I've done that, I've listed off that part of the self-care, and then I choose to go to work or just chill out for a bit. Let the dopamine either come to me or look something up for dopamine. Whether it's something that I watch some comedy, that it makes me laugh, that I'm getting happy, getting in the vibes, in the mood, or check out any form of gameplay content from any other YouTuber or streamer so that I'm in the vibe of recording, mixing, whatever I need to do to at least provide you with the right form of entertainment. And when I'm not gaming and when I'm not in my element and doing videos like this is a new style for me. So sometimes I get a little bit lack of words, or I go too fast and I have to pace myself, which is what I had to do. 29 years I didn't put any form of brakes on myself, and now I do. It feels so much more calm. So when I do get into the vibe of like writing Amethyst Adventures, which is my novel on amethystadv.com, heavily inspired on RPG series like Final Fantasy, like SUIKODEN, but also involving bits of my personal life, problems with addictions, struggling with surviving sexual assault, abuse, and so on. Yeah, that has helped me when writing such a story, because my imagination is there to make that easier, because it's a form of self-healing. But I hope with this novel that I can also help other people who have struggled with any or all of the above, or whatever you want to call it, to help them a little bit to feel seen, to feel aware. So if you're struggling with that, feel free to take a read into that. And it's written in fantasy RPG style, so it's not too heavy. You feel a little bit of the burden and you can reflect it on yourself, but no need to go all out with that. And I use a Pomodoro technique, 25 minutes, usually with some medieval or RPG influenced music on YouTube, so that I get fully into the immersive writing style. If I need to take a step back from anything that I do, whichever task, I'll just do it. Don't wait, don't be the perfectionist that it has to be a 9 or a 10. A 6 or a 7 is fine as well. So let me know in the comments what you can provide for tips, strategies, tips and tricks for your fellow community members of ADHD, autism and or ADHD. Make sure your pixels are plentiful and your adventures are prosperous, and we'll see each other in the next video.